Good morning. This is Pastor Zach with the Goodland United Methodist Church with your morning devotion for Wednesday, September 13th. We're continuing this week with our stories about classic children's Bible stories that we learn. Today we're going to talk about a favorite, David and Goliath from 1 Samuel. A summary of the story is that David was at home tending the sheep, and David's father Jesse sent him to the war zone to deliver some food to his brothers and find out news about the war. David quickly arranged for others to take care of the sheep while he took off for the battlefront. David arrived at the battlefield to find his brothers and the rest of the Israeli army cowering in fear from the taunts of Goliath. Goliath was the champion of the Philistine army. Though he was about 9 feet tall, he spoke words that angered David. Goliath was claiming that the God of the Israelites was not able to help them in battle. Whatever fear David may have had, it was secondary to the righteous indignation he had for the words of the giant. Goliath had blasphemed David's God, and David aimed to stand up for what was right. Ignoring the potential danger, David trusted in God to help him fight Goliath. David said that he would fight the giant. He was immediately taken before King Saul. Though he was a young man, he had enough experience in danger within his life to know that God was in control and would protect him through the battle. David told Saul as much, and Saul offered David the royal armor, which David felt unworthy of wielding Saul's armor, so he refused to accept that kind and generous offer. More than likely, David simply trusted that God would protect him with the armor he did not know. After leaving Saul, David ran towards Goliath, prepared to fight. He gathered 5 smooth stones from the river and pocketed 4 of them. The 5th one went into the sling he'd prepared for Goliath. They ran towards one another. David let fly the stone in his sling, and it hit the giant between the eyes, and the stone sunk into his forehead. Goliath fell forward while the armies watched. David then pulled out his sword from its sheath and chopped off the head of the Philistine champion. David returned to Saul with the head of Goliath. In the meantime, the army of the Philistines retreated as quickly as they could. Their champion was dead, and they were apparently ill-prepared to face the army of God. The Israelites chased the Philistines and won victory that day. When they returned to the empty camp, they took the treasures they could find. David trusted more in God than in weapons of war. He knew that this battle was on behalf of the living God of Israel. David fought for God when it was appropriate, but he did not try to take the throne from Saul as a hero. He let God fight the battles for him. David fought for causes, not his own personal advancement or agenda. This lesson is for all of us. One, that what is our purpose? What is the why to our ministry, to our calling in life? How are we fulfilling God's mission in this world? Are we doing it for causes? Are we doing it for our own personal agenda or our own fulfillment? Or are we doing it for the fulfillment of God's kingdom here on earth? David went forward and trusting in God to do something that seemed impossible, knowing that if he succeeded, he would be seen as a hero. He could become king very easily at that time, but he did it only because he stood up for what was right, what was good, what was God. Let us be like David and fight for a purpose, for causes, to have a mission and a why to our actions. Have a blessed day.